It's the National Football League on EA Sports, as we see the two teams who fought back in Super Bowl 18. Buckle up. There's football coming your way. Coming up next.
Just a little ways east from the nation's political arena, we're in a much different type of arena here. Northwest Stadium in Landover, Maryland. Welcome in, football fans. Thanks for joining us. Kate, Scott, Brock Hewitt here with you. And Brock, on paper, it's not quite the competitive contest that everyone hopes for each week, but projections have us heavily tilted towards one sideline here.
One thing that is cool, Kate, it's been really easy to rally together this week for this team because nothing will unite a football roster, in my experience, than having the whole world against you. Heck, even your own fans at home against you. They don't care if nobody thinks they've got a shot. Those dudes playing today, putting that uniform on, they believe they can do this, and the power of that belief is a big deal.
Daniel Carlson ready to get us started. And we're off and running from Landover. Kickoff taken at the 3. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So the Commanders' offense headed out for their opening drive. And leading them out, the reigning Heisman Trophy winner, the number 2 pick in the NFL draft out of LSU, Jayden Daniels.
Jayden's the closest thing we've seen to Lamar Jackson. And while there's only one Lamar Jackson, the 2-time MVP, Jayden's going to push him a little bit in this league. He is a tremendous athlete. Over 1,000 yards rushing down the SEC. And he's just got the instincts, the feel to know when to run it. And man, he can also sling it. A quick, compact, accurate release. I can't wait to watch this guy's skill set unfold in the NFL.
Second down now, 7 to go. Another carry for Robinson. Through the second level at the 40. And he's all the way into enemy territory, officially at the 49. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the second level and beyond.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. First carry now for Austin Eckler. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Trayvon Merrick there for the stop. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
And he stopped at the 31-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And the Commanders will have a first.
He easily had the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a first down pickup.
First and 10 now. Here's Daniels. Has him on the quick hitter. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Nate Hobbs in on that stop.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that third down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Short pass brought in. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them 1st and goal.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
This drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. 1st and goal. Here's Robinson. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. He couldn't get anything there, and now it's 2nd and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on 1st down. More to come.
And they make a stop at the last minute. It's a gain down to the 1. He gets a chunk of 4 yards, leaving them just a yard from the end zone. 3rd and goal.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive, try to stick them with the loss, and make a difficult 4th down decision.
Eckler. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Commanders finish up an excellent opening series. It's an Austin Eckler touchdown. What an outstanding opening series, partner. They just wore down that defense as they marched their way to the end zone.
Yeah, it took a whole bunch of that opening script to find a touchdown, but it showed just how well designed that script was. It was the right sequence of plays to keep that ball moving and find the end zone while getting your offense established and into top gear right here early on.
Austin Seibert on to try the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Commanders will jump out to a 7-0 lead. It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flight. It's Amir Abdullah with the return. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. So out head the Raiders for their first possession. They're led out by the mustached quarterback from Washington State, Gardner Minshew.
Gardner's the kind of guy that you just say his name. You just look at him there with the mustache in the huddle. He just puts a smile on your face. And oh, by the way, he tends to elevate the people around him. Last year in Indianapolis, filling in for Anthony Richardson, yeah, it was only 15 touchdowns on paper. And man, he made that team believe, that city believe. And he's hoping to do the same here in Vegas.
Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. Second and 6 coming up here. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And this one does not go far. Give him 3 yards. That's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Escapes the pocket. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
It's exactly how you draw it up defensively. A 3-and-out and a sack on top of it. Create that negative play. Create a little doubt in that quarterback's mind. And offensively, well, that's the worst way to start it. No rhythm, no tempo, and now you give the ball right back to the opponent.
Now the Raiders readying for the punt, and they'll turn to former All-Pro A.J. Cole for the kick. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. It's a 61-yard punt that time. And the Commanders will go on offense. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Marcus Epps making the play. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defensive linemen, those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket. Now they've got to think about you as a runner as well.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Only a couple yards there, and now it's 3rd and 7.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Daniels throwing on 3rd. He throws a bullet deep to their... They connect on the deep shot. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
You know, Ken, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Four downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Robinson is across the line for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders get another 6 to make this a 13-0 game. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Seibert now to add the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Commanders drive out to an early 14-0 lead. It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flying. Here's a return from the 7. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Second drive coming up for the Las Vegas offense. They didn't start the game off like they wanted, Brock. Still searching for that opening 1st down as they take the field a 2nd time. Play action, it's Minshew. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Inside handoff goes to Madison. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
They motion Marshall over left. Minshew now on 3rd down. That's caught for the 1st. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. They won't snap it in time. That is going to be the end of the 1st quarter. It's a 2-score game early. We're back to Northwest Stadium right after this. Time now for the 2nd quarter. Raiders in possession. They have 2nd down behind the sticks. He's on the move. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
Well, sure, you're looking to try to get a first down on second down. You're trying to create a manageable third down, but I'll tell you what you're not trying to do, ever, is give the ball away. And that's what the offense does to the defense right there.
The Commanders and Brian Robinson Jr. running back on now. And while one sideline has 0 points, this offense, well, while a new offense preps to head out, we've got a stoppage. They want to make sure this is a turnover. All right, so we all know what we're looking for here, Brock. Where did an elbow, maybe a knee, something touch down? And as it does, is the ball loose at that point?
Yeah, throw in forearm, wrist, shin. There's no question the offensive guy's screaming something hit the ground while the defense is hoping it didn't.
Take that fumble away. The officials overturn the call and say he was down. 3rd and long for him here. Dump off caught by his back. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped.
I'm a big fan of the screen pass. Really, you can run a screen as they just showed on any play. 1st, 2nd, 3rd down, sometimes even 4th. But it takes great acumen, a great football IQ defensively to have an awareness it's coming, and then more importantly, to stop it.
A.J. Cole on to punt. Went for 48 with his first kick, and this one looks even better. So this one carries all the way to the sideline and out. No chance to make a play on that, and they'll take over at the 16-yard line. The Commanders returning their offense and this running back to the field. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. And that lead they've got, Brock, they are never going to have to worry about losing it if they keep scoring every time they touch this football.
Is that how it works?
It surprisingly is. You know, if you have the lead and you don't lose it, you win.
And that type of start, well, you wanted all 17 games of a season, but you're lucky to get it more than once. From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Daniels on 1st down. Completed here to McCaffrey. And this one doesn't go far.
How's your block shedding out there, boys? Because they need to get through some blocks to hang that screen up quickly. And they were Johnny on the spot.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, Daniels. Throw complete to Eckler. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
That just might be a throw he regretted as soon as you let it go. I know that feeling. He was doing all he could to find a completion down the field, but they were all over that check down and ready to turn it into a negative play.
3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? Again, Daniels to the air. He has the first over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's enough for a 1st down. Nice find by the rookie quarterback from LSU.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Chased out to his right. Now he takes it. The end result there, 15 yards and a 1st.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Daniels. Has a man, it's Brown. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
1st and 10, a run to Robinson. And they needed more than one defender there. Powerful runner, stopped for just 1 yard.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
On second down, Robinson. And he's got them down to the doorstep inside the 5. Call it a gain of 6, and they need only 2 now on third down.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Throwing now, 3rd and 2. Has it in close. Touchdown, Washington. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns. It has been wash, rinse, repeat for them offensively, Brock, as, well, we all wait for this defense to find a little backbone before this becomes a runaway.
Yeah, I'm a little torn up here in this booth because you're exactly right. Offensively, this is just machine, surgical. Defensively, you're running the risk of being embarrassed here pretty quickly.
Seibert now to add the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Commanders stretch their lead to 21. It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flying. This return starts at the 5. This return makes it up to the 25. Now the Raider offense headed back to the field. And things are really getting away from him, so an important moment here to try and get a sustained possession going. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Minshew. Rolling left, buying some time. And he slides down with enough to pick up that first. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's good for a Raiders first.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Escapes the pocket. Took off with it again. Decent yardage picked up here before he slides down to avoid the tackle.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Up the middle they go with Madison. And he's brought down for a loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. It's a design boot. Flushed out of the pocket. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he's tackled for a short gain.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that, and it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
Las Vegas sends out the punt team. Zacchaeus back deep for this return. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. The Commanders and QB Jaden Daniels headed out for their next look on offense. They're out and set, 1st and 10. And eventually, Brock, one of their drives is going to fail to reach that end zone. But through 3 possessions so far, they have been perfect.
Yeah, and in order for that to happen, somebody somewhere on this defense has got to rise to the occasion.
Second and 6 coming up here. From the 34. This ball's cut by McCaffrey. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Daniels now. He'll get it complete to Brian Robinson Jr. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that gain. Divine Diablo there on the tackle.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Now Daniels to throw. That's complete. Here's Brown. And they make the tackle at the 38. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
The Commanders take a timeout. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. New set of downs for him at the 38. On 1st down, here's Daniels. Forced out to his right. Now here he goes. That's going to pick up the 1st down after a gain of 26.
That is so demoralizing for a defense. You lock things down in coverage. You do everything right on the back end, only to see the quarterback escape, evade the pressure, and get that 1st down anyway. Ugh.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Bails out of the pocket quick. And he protects himself with a slide there after a decent gain. Washington calls it 2nd timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
I love that play. I mean, that's quarterback 101. Nothing downfield, get what you can with your legs, but so much more importantly, protect yourself. Availability, one of the most important abilities for any quarterback.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Daniels back to throw. And he's in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders get more points to end a lopsided first half. It is a word broadcasters hesitate to use for a lot of reasons, but 4 touchdowns in 4 drives, Brock. I think we can throw it out here. Perfection thus far.
Yeah, this game will humble you at this level. I mean, this is the best of the best playing it, and you don't normally see this kind of execution and this kind of efficiency, so I understand that word perfection. I will remind everybody, though, it's not how you start, it's how you finish.
Seibert tacks on the point after. And the Commanders grow their lead yet again. It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flight. Abdullah now to return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Raiders going to get the football one final time in the first half. Not a whole lot of time left for him to put something together here before the break. 1st and 10, Minshew. Fires right away, but incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Out of the pistol, Minshew. That's incomplete left side. Looking for his wide receiver there. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you've got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
shotgun. This is Madison. And he's able to get back to the line, but that is all. Final timeout taken by the Commanders. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. The Raiders bringing out the punting unit. It'll be A.J. Cole doing the honors. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. Fair catch made a little beyond the 20-yard line. No return on that punt. And hardly any time remaining for them in this game. They send him left out of the slot. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup. It's halftime from near the nation's capital. The Commanders pulling in front after 2. Now down the coast we go to Orlando, Florida, in our studio there. Jonathan Coachman waiting by with the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. And welcome in everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Reports. The Commanders got a strong first half out of their quarterback, Jaden Daniels. He came on after a slow start to fire 2 second-quarter touchdown passes and give his guys the lead at the intermission.
All right, thank you, Coach, and we are back and about set to begin the second half. It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flying. Fielded at the 7. And look at this return. They'll bring him down on the return as he gets this to the 33. The Vegas offense ready to start this third quarter. All the touchdowns have come from one side of the field, Brock. They're still looking for their first points of any kind in a game that has gotten out of hand. He's out in the clear. That one goes for 25 yards. And that's a Vegas first down.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
As a play caller, Kate, I would always be a little cautious of a first down draw. I like it better when that defense is anticipating pass. Well, they were only anticipating getting the backfield and making that running back feel the pain.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. They'll go right back to Madison. They're working a couple of yards past the line. All down by Dorrance Armstrong. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
They'll throw on 3rd and long. Marshall there to bring it in. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. That play good for 17 and a first down.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things, separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust, and then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
Gets to space right side, and he's finally taken down at the 3. An even 20 yards on the play, and it awards them with a 1st and goal.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on the broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
First down, and they go right back to him. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. They're 3 yards closer to the end zone. Here comes 2nd and goal.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
From the shotgun, Minshew. He's on, and this will be a Las Vegas touchdown. The Raiders cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Wow, great work there by the quarterback. The play broke down, didn't really have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise, and in the end, Brock, the best call he could have made.
Yeah, and you can do it in different ways in today's NFL, right? The Tom Brady's just recently retired. He did it with his brain. He did it with his mind, but you've got to be able to improvise, as you said. You got to be able to create when a play breaks down, and when you can put 6 on the board, man, does that infuse your offensive group with confidence.
Carlson adds the extra point. And the Raiders cut the lead by a quarter, down now to 21. Carlson all set now for the kickoff. Return coming from the 6. He stopped on the return at the 27. The home teams are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And as we see some of the highlights from their showing, his work a big part of why they're in front right now. Having a nice, solid game as their offensive leader. I think we can say he's had a firm grip on the wheel and has really driven them to this advantage. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Throwing now from the gun. He gets this one to McLaurin. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And with 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Kate, it was such a privilege for me living up in the Pacific Northwest and covering the Legion of Boom. And when I see a play like that, all I see is number 25, Richard Sherman. Yeah, he could run his mouth and he could talk with the best of them, but he walked it with tackles just like that.
Third and short, Daniels. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. Call that a booming 56 yards in the end. And it'll be Raider football. Minshew on 1st down. That one's on the mark. Jacoby Myers. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's good for a Raiders 1st.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
From the gun, they're going to hand it off. And he's able to reach that midfield stripe after some solid running. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Here's Madison, who swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Jeremy Chin there on the stop. Call it no gain, maybe 1 at best on that play. That leaves him with 3rd and 2. Throwing here, Minshew. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. They go with Madison here. And he's going to run this down to the 36-yard line. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
2nd and 3 now. Here's Madison again. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
All right, set now, 1st and 10. They motion Marshall over left. Throwing on first is Minshew. He lets a heater go deep, middle of the field. Oh, he nearly reeled that in, as close as you can get, but just an exciting incompletion.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
On 2nd and 10 now, Minshew. He'll get it complete to Alexander Madison. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. They give now to Madison. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there, making a really close measurement to see if he got the first down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
All set up now for 1st and 10. From the red zone now. He gets this to Michael Mayer. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
He's got it on the bootleg. Escapes the pocket. And he's brought down after a short gain.
It's one of those situations, not much to be had there no matter what he did with the ball. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win and a confidence builder for this defense.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's brought down for a loss. This is the end of the 3rd quarter. It's Raiders football as we're just counting down this final quarter. This game seems out of hand. Offense looking confident, but they need 4 here on 4th down. They snap it. Here's Minshew. That's incomplete on 4th down, and they'll turn over possession.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And he'll have it up to about the 23-yard line on the play. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
You call that first down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards, but they'll take that every single time.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Another carry for Robinson. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good rip on first down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15+ at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Here's 2nd and 2. This is hauled in by McLaurin. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Slot man in motion left. Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Staying with Robinson. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead? Well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
And it's a nickel look by the Raiders. 3rd down coming up. And he hits a wall at the line and goes nowhere.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
The Commanders ready for the punt. And he's getting the call for the 2nd time this game. And it'll bounce out of bounds, and he could not have hit this much better. That's going to pin him at their own 5-yard line. The Raiders and Alexander Madison ready for another go on offense. And his production is carried over into this 2nd half. He keeps on running well, even with the workload they've placed upon him. Throwing from near his own goal line. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete. Tried getting that one to Brock Bowers. And it's going to be 2nd down.
You know, ball skills are not just a selling point for receivers entering the draft. Teams want defenders, especially in this day and age of the passing game, who can make plays on the ball too, especially on these deeper throws. He doesn't swat that one away. We could be looking at a huge gain.
Flushed out. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And they'll try to build on that big stop.
It's looking like a dreaded 3-and-out offensively, but listen, if you can't keep your quarterback clean and convert on this 3rd and long.
Defense with an excellent opportunity at a stop here on 3rd down. Inside handoff goes to Madison. And that will not be enough for a 1st down. He gets him 8, and that's going to set up 4th down and 2. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. He's got it to his running back. And they take him down at the 24-yard line. It's an 11-yard gain to back up the considerable gamble there on 4th down, and they move those chains.
I love those moments of truth. We get to see exactly how they handle it when all the pressure of the drive's right on them. Turns out, handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing on.
This ball's cut by Bowers. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
You know, I'm really not sure if that was an intentionally brave play to challenge double coverage or just simply not seeing the two defenders. Either way, what a tremendous throw and catch that earns some momentum.
He's on the move. He takes it himself. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that's a Vegas first down.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Out of the gun, Minshew. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Minshew working from the gun. Complete. It's Myers. And they get this down to the 28. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in-cut and make the catch.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Minshew. Complete here to Bowers. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20.
I think the defense is still turned around looking for where the ball is because that QB and tight ends, they got that ball out in a hurry.
Hurry up offense now as time runs down. Play action, it's Minshew. And what a risk, but he can't hang on. No interception, but nearly a turnover in the end zone.
Well, that's not the uniform you want to see almost bringing it in. They are so fortunate to have another shot down here after the near pick.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Sticking in the air with Minshew. That's caught for the first. And this is down all the way to the 3. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting the first. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Here's Minshew. And he sails that one over the end zone.
Well, you got to have a short memory in the NFL. Incompletions happen. Now you got to make the adjustment and go get the next one.
So after the incomplete pass, here's 2nd and goal. Minshew setting up to throw. The back's got it. And in for the touchdown. So the offense showing a slightly different dimension there, Brock, getting the running back involved with his hands for the touchdown.
Yeah, such an advantage. I think when you think about it, Kate, it really is about the 80s where we start to see these running backs not just tote the ball as runners, but be real weapons when they get the ball in the passing game.
Yeah.
That's well done.
Carlson now to add one more. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Raiders get it back to a 14-point game. So even after the score, they're still down 2 possessions. Time not exactly on their side as they try this onside kick. Oh, did the Raiders get to that one? They're saying yes, and the officials agree. Raider football. 1st and 10, Minshew. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. First and 10, gotta score immediately here. Only one timeout left, and that clock winding down. From the shotgun, Minshew. Caught. Trey Tucker makes the play. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
From the 22 on second down. Has him on the quick hitter. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
Raiders moving quickly, trying to get set as the clock continues to run. And he is in for the touchdown. Still unlikely, Brock, but it's not entirely over just yet with this score. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Now a big two-point try coming for these Raiders. Flying forward on the ground. And he reaches the end zone, so the two-point conversion will cut the lead down to 6.
You thought they were going to throw it, didn't you, Kate?
Could you tell? I did. I thought for a moment they might have been setting up to throw, but they stick to the ground. They run it in for 2.
Yeah, I think everybody in the building, because there's all these pretty pass plays, all these creative designs, but don't ever get away from the simplest form of football, and that's running it right down your opponent's throat.
"15 seconds left. Their only option is to get this kickback. And this is going to be covered up by the Commanders. That should just about lock up the win. Into the victory formation they go, Brock, here on first down. Your favorite formation, right, Brock? The victory formation here as he takes a knee. Now the Raiders using the last of their timeouts. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. A kneel down here, and they can start to celebrate this win. Commanders breaking out the victory formation here as he goes to a knee.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So next to the nation's capital, it's a home win for the Commanders. And finally, Brock, they can exhale and take a few breaths because I don't imagine any of them were breathing easy during that one with how close this game was.
Them or us? We're both.
All of us.
Yeah,
all of the above.
It is so hard, Kate, to match the adrenaline surge they feel right now and that they felt at every major turn throughout the second half. There's just something about a close game, the intensity that's there in every moment that you love to experience as a player, and that you hope in all these moments you can execute so you're the one celebrating and riding that wave of emotion.